Milsurp Garage had to come in here with a follow-up. This thing's blowing my mind up. Now that's the thing about this hobby. You just get some kind of random pickup at a gun show, and this thing blows your mind like some stuff you've never even seen before. I'm too I focus too much on the Browning designs because I'm such a fan that something else comes in here and blowing my mind up. Let me show you what I found here. Oh, and by the way, if you really want to see what's going on inside this gun, definitely this video is not going to be able to help you. You got to see what I watched, because I watched this video by this guy Stray03, Stray03. And if you want to find it, the title of it is simply Remington 551 Disassembly. There you go, nice and easy. And what a job this fella does, because he gave me the confidence just watching 2 minutes of it to be like, yeah, I'm taking this thing apart. And then taking it apart and finding that it probably would not have functioned properly. I blasted it all out with gun scrubber outside, and then came back in, and it still looked like it needed a little bit of a touch up when I took it apart, but I didn't even realize how involved this was going to get. This thing, in order to be able to function, cycling all three different types of the short, long rifle, it has what's called a floating chamber. That's why when I saw that patent from this guy Williams, I knew there was something interesting there. They specifically listed that patent on the gun, and I'm like, there's something going on there. And what it is that this is the chamber. This is actually where the round sits, right here, which is, it's cool that this is replaceable actually, so that if it gets beat up. But this actually adjusts it floats back and forth in here depending on the size of the cartridge to either go closer or further away to help the bolt be able to travel all the way back to fully eject. I really got to look inside and find out exactly what's going on here. But what I wanted to really show you, let me get in here as tight as I can and move all this stuff out of the way. Look at the bolt here. How awesome is this bolt with this long firing pin that goes through here? This all needs to be so cleaned. Even as they're spraying it with gun scrubber, it's still in need of a heavy cleaning. This thing was filthy. Look at this this weird spring, this double spring. The thing about 22 is that when they look at this crud that's jammed up in here. I don't see, I'm not even going to be able to show you, but it's just so, there's so much of this gunk like this jammed up and around where this floating chamber was, that this never would have functioned properly. And that's supposed to be a big thing with these things, is that this would jam up. See, like, just, it's got like a ridge here and just scraping around. This is where this dentistry tools come in handy. You got to be gentle because they are steel, but just like your dentist, he works on enamel on your teeth with steel, and you just gotta get a feel for it and know how hard to do that. Now look at all that stuff, all this material that I just got out of there. And that's nothing, that's just scraping. Then I got to get in here. After scraping, I'm going to take a whole bunch of patches like this, right? And then I'm going to take patches with solvent on them. And I got different tweezer heads like this and like this. And you get in here really good with solvent on these, and you scrape around and you really get all that crap out of there. That's what I'm going to do right now to clean out this whole chamber. And you just have to be really careful because the pieces for the elevator are here. And you see, in order to get in there, if you watch that guy's video, I had to move. See, this all moves in there. It adjusts and moves. And his idea of taking this apart to get this to move, I never would have I never would have found that. And he said he stumbled upon it by accident. This is what I love about this community. This is what I love about these videos. This is why I do them. And man, this guy, he really went the extra mile by taking this thing down and figuring that out. And knowing about that floating chamber, that helped me so immensely. I never would have found that out on my own. I never would have even known it moved because it was just frozen in position. It may or may not have worked, and I would have just been like, yeah, sure, Remington, it shoots all three, right. And then meanwhile, I didn't know that it needed to be just taken down and cleaned properly. Look how dirty it is in there. How am I even going to get in there? Like in there, look at how can you see in there? Down in this area. Look at I could just pull out with the tweezer. I could even pull out junk. Ugh. All right, well, I'm going to get busy cleaning. I just wanted to show you that your mind could be blown by just some $150 on a whim gun show pickup. I mean, this is worth more to me learning something new and playing with this, and the satisfaction of knowing that when I'm done that this thing is going to be working properly, and meeting someone online that, through YouTube, of course not a direct meeting, but finding this guy's videos, watching it, totally understanding what he was talking about, and going into my own piece right here and using the knowledge he gave me to be able to get this right. And I've had people message me and say, you helped me to get my gun working right and everything, and that makes me feel good. So it's just kind of cool. I love to get it from both directions here, and plus I kind of figured a way to glue the emblem and got it back together here with some crazy glue. Now on the back, I'm just gonna glop it all up with some like liquid nails or something, or monster glue or some kind of crap, to just put it all over the back to hopefully hold it together. So everything's all coming together. The fiddled with emblem will be fixed, and the Remington 550 was shown to have some tricks up its sleeve, and hopefully I can get this all cleaned out and oiled and looking beautiful. Talk to you all later. And now I got to do a range video with this thing, or at least another video to show how cool it is after being done. But I'm definitely, my idea is CB cap. No, I'm going to start with like long rifle, short, then Stinger, CB cap. Let's see if it goes through all three cycling reliably. That would be awesome. See you all later.